Hello everybody, Average Gamer, welcome to a very kind of, I don't know, special video? My hobbies. So, haven't had some time to do many videos recently, so I wanted to show you guys what I've been doing in my spare time. The stock market. Now, none of these numbers are real numbers. I don't have $20 million. If I did, you guys would never see me again. I'd probably still do YouTube if I had that much money. Yeah, so I actually do investments, but this is my little, what I call my practice account, my fun account. This is where basically I start off with a large amount of money just so I can specifically see larger, like I can actually see swings and changes in prices just a lot easier, versus my real investments and things like that, which I'm not going to show you because it's none of your business. But yeah, so what I do is I play stocks, not for the usual increasing and decreasing of prices, though, yes, a lot of people do that. And yes, in the end, that's a priority part of the stock, right? It's value. It's how much it costs me to buy it versus how much it's actually worth. I want that, obviously, that price to go up versus how much it costs me for the share. So, you want to make sure that, I make money. So for this, I use this so I can see larger changes and larger swings. I can see, how much the dividend pays, because that's what I do. I actually do this stuff for investments, for long-term, for actually my retirement, for the dividends and things like that. So let me kind of explain what's going on here. So first off, this is the name of the companies that I've got listed here for my stuff. Now, some of these numbers are wrong, only because some of these companies are American companies. So the actual funds would be in American, not Canadian. Like, for example, P&G here, it's not $124 for a stock in Canada. A P&G stock at $124 is about 160 some odd dollars. So some of these numbers, we just take them at face value. And I basically use this as my practice account, my investigative account, where I'll throw a stock in here, throw some money at it, watch its price as it changes and goes ups and downs, things like that. But I'll show you a real-time thing in a moment here. So yeah, so here is the amount of shares I have. Here is the amount it costs to buy the share. So you notice, whatever the amount of share times the price. How much the average share cost. Key there is average share. What the actual price of the share was when it was, or what the price of the share is real time. Now, this is for January, and we're now currently on February 3rd. So these numbers are hard at the end of the month. I always type in at the end of the month the actual share price. Here is how much the value was at the end of the month at the price by the stock, and then here is if I made a profit or not. And then down here is just some averages. Like here is the average cost per share. Here is the average price per share. So you see there's a 2-cent difference. Sucks. You'll see that the average value, the overall value, the overall amount of profit. Then here is the weight. So how much of the overall 20 million is invested. It'll actually weigh that all out for me, which is really nice. Here is how much the dividend is, which is for me is the biggest, most important part of the stock. How much it pays dividend wise. Now, why this is important to me is because as a Canadian, if I buy an American stock here in Canada, some American companies are traded in Canadian value. So meaning, say for example, American Hotel here. This is a stock that's actually traded on the Toronto Stock Exchange for $6.93 as of 3 days ago. I'm recording this, as I said, on the 3rd. Now, at that $6.93, they actually pay a dividend of $7.02 American, meaning I would get $7 or 7 cents. Well, it's actually 0.72 cents per stock, an American. So, yes, the dividend is $13,398 in this case, just because the numbers are so out of whack. And I actually had to update the yield percentages too. They're all wrong. The estimated dividend is in American dollars. So as a Canadian, I get paid dividends in American cash while buying the stock at a Canadian price. So in the end, that actually for me is a bonus. I end up making an extra, 4 or 5 cents a stock possibly. Some stocks I'm actually making about 3 or 4 cents extra per stock, which is pretty good because of that conversion over from American to Canadian. Some of them are even are actually really bad. It's like 0.02 cents, things like that. But yeah, so over here it shows you the actual yield of the stock, the actual annual return. And then here is the actual amount per month they pay out. Here is the estimated for the month of, in this case, January. And then it averaged it out here. And then I added these ones just to show, hey, after 6 months, if nothing changes, this is what it's going to be after 1 year, 5 years. And the overall 1 year, after 12 months, this is how much all this stuff is going to be worth as of January. And this all changes every single month, where all this stuff gets updated with the current month it's in to show you, theoretically, the next 6 months, the next year. So from February to February and all that stuff. I like it. It's something that to me kind of gives me a heads up as to what's going on. I have a lot of these in my own personal stock stuff just so I can track it. But here is a up-to-date month. So you might see numbers are way different. There's a lot of green. So everything here is the exact same. Even the formulas, for example, are pretty much the same. But there's a big difference here. So when you pay with dividends or when you get your dividends back, there's a couple things that happen. Number one, for example, here we're getting paid this month, or actually, let's look at January. So January, we got paid $75,947.33 for owning all these stocks, which is pretty cool, right? We also had $18,500 left over. So when going into February, we had the $77,000 and change plus, as you can see here, or sorry, we had the, I don't want to search anything. We have the 75,000 from here, the 18,000 from there, and that goes into my money for the next month. So we're in January or February now, so I don't really, for me, I don't invest until either I see a massive price drop in something, which I'm still trying to figure out how to do a change here where I get an arrow to the left. If anyone knows how to do that, where you know how to put an arrow to the left or to the right of this, please tell me. Just so I can see the price if it's going up or down. But yeah, so you'll notice that obviously this is a whole whack of green. Whole whack of green. So there's a reason for that. So when you get your dividends, right? In this case, the 94,000, these are the companies paying you back money for buying their stock. So the actual cost base of your stock that you paid into goes down. So for me, we look at the amount we paid in January for our stock, which is 1.3 million. And we subtract the 13,000 they paid back to us, and we get 1.382 million. So we actually are down still $6,600, but we originally were down 10 grand. So like, for example, Slate Retail here, you know, the amount last month we invested and bought and all that stuff. So you can see here, there's an 8-cent difference between the stock price at the end of the month and how much we paid for it. I think at this beginning of the month. So we had an $8,000 loss. But at the end of the month, theoretically, we would get a payment of $9,310, which is obviously more than the loss. So this counts against, obviously, the original cost base of your stock, which then reduces the cost, which reduces the average cost per share, which means we're technically making, or we've made, we're in the green, $18,310. That doesn't mean we've made $18,310. This means we've basically recouped some of our losses. That's the key there. Recoup some of the losses. So as of this moment, everything green here means we've paid back a certain amount of this. What we want to see basically is these numbers go down and these numbers go in the green and go up. As long as that's happening, things are going good. The moment these numbers start going up or not changing and these ones go down or into the red, obviously that's a bad thing. And then what happens is your dividends pay out every month. You get the money and you're like, okay, well, what do I want to do this month? I want to increase some stock here. So with the dividends they paid me, it's not like I'm living off this stuff and it's all fake money anyways. I'm going to take this 94,000 and probably invest in, say, American Hotel. Why American Hotel? Well, they're $6.88 a share. They're my cheapest share at the moment, I think. Yep. And they pay 11.6. Now, actually, that's wrong. I need to update that. They actually pay 12 something. I'm going to look it up here on my other spreadsheet real quick. Dividend portfolio. They actually pay 12.45% now. So let's change that to 12.45. Boom. So now we go to $14,276 per share, or annually, or for the month. So basically, we go from 13,301 to 14,276. That's amazing. I think Slate Retail went up actually as well to 8.4. Nope, that's still the same, right? Nope. Let me double check. 857. Yep. So one of the good things about this, because these are all real stocks, everything here is real time. You get to actually see things. You get to look at things. I'm actually going to show you guys something. If I can get into it and if I can actually do it. So I don't think you guys see any account numbers or anything when I do this. You don't. Okay, good. So let's look at Extendicare here. So Extendicare, we're going to just control it and paste it. We're going to do this. We're saying Extendicare Inc. We're going to search it. Extendicare Inc. There we go. So right now the dividend is actually 5.9%. So if we kind of, whoops, look at it here. See, we actually had it at 7.2. Ouch. So it's actually gone down 2%, which is not good. Especially because they told everyone it was going to be 7. So somewhere in here, which is probably this thing right here, this conference call they did on January 24th, they lowered their dividend. Like right now they're saying, they announced their January 2020 dividend of 4 cents a share. Well, before it was 5 cents a share. So basically what that tells me is they're not making as much money as they were. That's the dividend is basically the company paying out of pocket to me, their shareholder. Whether they made money or not. This is actually a medical long-term care company, hence Extendicare. They basically own long-term healthcare facilities and old age homes and things like that. So one of the good things about all this and kind of playing this little game here is I get to see real-time numbers, real-time information. On my other screen here, I have my actual investments. And I'm not going to obviously show you guys those, but I use these things here to actually invest in my own stocks, my own stuff. And I utilize this and it's fun. I actually find this very fun. Most of the time I'm fiddling and farting with this, because when I fiddle and fart with this, I actually don't touch my actual investments, which are obviously the important things. It also helps too. Like I can look at things that I never thought of before. So for example, if I bring this up, in Canada, for example, if you're purchasing an electronic transfer fund or an ETF, if you give me a second here, I have one of these set up ahead of time. There it is. So for example, here we go. Here we go. The BMO Covered Call Canadian Banks ETF. It's $18.26. I can't remember what RT stands for. But it pays a dividend. Interesting. It pays a monthly dividend, which is good. You look at the price history and be like, okay, well, what is it? And so in Canada, when purchasing things like ETFs, most companies won't charge you to buy them or sell them. They'll just kind of let you do it. Like here, it's a 5.4% return monthly on your investment, and it's only $18.56. So if we went here and went, okay, well, hold on. So I'm just going to move this over to my other screen here real quick. So I don't know if people find this fun or not. I do. And this is my hobbies / plans for retirement. So what I'll do is I'll look at this and go, okay. So ZWB or ZWB is the Bank of Montreal Covered Call Canadian Banks ETF. So it's an ETF. So we're going to come over here and say, hey, just so you know, this is none on my list. No, ETFs are down here. Wait, how are ETFs down here? Oh, they're at the top. Derp. Okay, how are ETFs at the top? ETFs there. Oh, well. That's an ETF. There was a problem. Okay, well, you know what? You're a problem. There. Now you're an ETF. Jerk. So we know, okay, so right now on the Canadian stock market, where is it? There it is. That's the New York Stock Exchange. That's the NASDAQ. New York Stock Exchange. TSE. There we go. So we want to copy this thing here. Bring this down. We want to change this from Stella Jones to ZWB. Enter. $18.56 is what this currently is sitting at. So this is the Canadian call, or covered call Canadian Banks ETF. There we go. $19,000 available. And as we scroll across here, we can fill out our information. Usually what I'll do is I'll just kind of do this. Burp. You are okay. Oh, actually, yeah, you can be filtered down. We're going to swing across here. We're just going to pick everything and bring the numbers straight down. Everything should be mostly zeros. You'll get the odd thing here and there. But we want to put in some information. Number one, we want to put in our dividend. 5.496. It'll round it to 5.5. I also have to, oh no, that was in the right spot. So 4 cents per stock, give or take. 18.56 right now. This will, all the information to our right will fill this out momentarily. So here is how much stock we're going to buy. So we're going to do this, and we're going to say, let's do first 10,000. Oh, actually, no. This is equal to this times, and right now we're going to buy it at $18.56. So first we're going to try 5,000. There we go. 92,000. Perfect. This equals that. Done. We had an extra $1,000 left over. Well, what if we went to, say, an extra 500? No, that's no. Let's just do 5,000. There we go. So now, usually what I'll do is I'll just highlight this like so, come to here, and just delete. That'll go to red because there's nothing there right now. But yeah, so here we go. So now we'll see. So right now, we bought 5,000 shares in this ETF of the BMO ETF. Costs us $92,800 at $18.56 a stock. And there we go. That's how much the market's worth right now. We're getting it's almost 0.5% of our overall portfolio. 4 cents a stock at 2.37% return rate. 2.37? No. This is 5.496 return. That's 9 cents a stock. Haha. That's actually a lot more. Look at that. $500. Canadian, mind you. There you go. Now, mind you, the price goes up. You make more money off it. It goes down. You make less money off it. But over time, that will pay back into itself and obviously lower the initial income, lower the price per stock, and all that stuff. So yeah, this is what I do for fun. We're just going to remove all this though, because I don't think I'm going to do that just yet. But in Canada, like I said, actually, you know what? No, I am going to do that. I just need to fix this up a little later. I need to add this one to Marches. And then April, May, June, July, August, September, etc. But yeah, so there you go. That's pretty much my little secret hobby that I do. You know, have fun. Nothing's too crazy. I do this to help my own personal investments for retirement and things like that. It's a good thought experiment as well. Like, hey, what if I could put $100 in stock A, or $100 in stock B, or $200 in stock C, etc., etc. And yeah, it's pretty cool. You can see, hey, what if I did $100 every month for the next 12 months? How much money would I have theoretically? It's always a theoretical. Always theoretical. Never ever take the stock market as a guarantee. There's never such thing as a guarantee, especially on the stock market. What is this? Text rotation? Really? Hold on. Can I actually like rotate the texture? Wait. Oh, no way. You can't. That is crazy. But yeah, let's put it back. So anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you kind of enjoyed this little thing of me doing a video or whatever. There should be doing some more live streams this week. Hopefully, fingers crossed. What am I thinking of here? But yeah, so if you want to see more videos kind of like this, give me a heads up. I will, I don't know, do more, I guess. Also, if you know how to add, like I said, the little arrows here, because right now I don't know how to do that. I'm still trying to figure out how to add little things here and there. Like I can do pretty much everything else. You know, like obviously show the differences between here, but I want to add a little arrow. Like an up arrow, down arrow, like a green arrow or a red arrow that just shows, you know, overall price difference. If the price has gone up or the price has gone down type thing. If you know how to do that, you know, leave a comment. If you don't know how to do it, don't leave a comment to a link to another video of someone else doing it. Actually leave a comment saying how to do it. Not where to find how to do it, because I can Google it pretty easily myself. I just don't have the time. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next video. Supreme Router Ultimate. I should have some videos coming out this week. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.